So much. As you know, I'm a proud papa of a couple of guys, and they're now like 22 and 20 years old. I'm not playing with Legos too much anymore. My youngest son, Josh, was never really into it. But my oldest son, Nick, when he was a kid, oh my heavens, he was obsessed with building things and putting things together and creating things. Well, Lumino is here today with a 128-piece lighted set. It's a building set, but the creativity doesn't stop there, because with this special base that comes along with this, it connects the blocks on top of the base for kind of magical illumination. In fact, I'll bring the lights down here in our studio in a second. You can see the 128 pieces here. The base in the black that comes with it. And what happens is, upon contact, these guys suddenly light up. So they suddenly gain light, gain fun, and the creativity never ends. So you're getting a lot of different pieces here, a lot of different sizes, a lot of different colors, and to help it put them together, to keep the creativity going here and to create robots and creatures from another planet and so much more, is Marcy Corradetti. She's one of our resident big kids and one of our toy experts. Marcy, you're always bringing the latest, the coolest here to QVC. We've had this on before, but the first time ever at this price, 128 pieces for 5 payments of $718. I think we got a steal here in terms of value, correct?
Yes, I'll say so, Rick. This is actually the first time I'm bringing this to QVC. This is an amazing set for a number of reasons. And the most important one that I think that I can tell you today is because this is a great starter set. This is completely compatible with all of those blocks that you talked about that we know and recognize. They're opaque. They're usually stacked just the same as this and this size and smaller. But because these are compatible, it's going to expand your child's playtime into something completely unique and different. Or it is a great starter set because you're getting 80 of the opaque bricks that you normally would see and use.
80.
And then you're getting 48 of these cool, translucent, illuminated ones, so that when they come in contact, like you said, with the board, they illuminate. And not only do they illuminate, you can stack them in between the opaque, which is something that you don't traditionally see.
Right.
So I can add it to the board and stack opaque on top, traditionals, or put it in the middle, and then create a skyscraper like that.
Well, come back here for a second, because I've got one of those examples where we have some of the opaque and some of the light, but they don't, the lighted ones, if you will, the translucent ones, don't need to be connected to the blackboard in order to actually light up. Here's an example. Yeah. I've got my Brontosaurus? Dragon, maybe? Okay, you get the idea. But it's just absolutely fantastic. Now, here's a big question that people have. If they're getting them right now for 5 payments of $718, this Lumino story, this is the base unit that comes with it. How does that light up? And do you put batteries into this unit? Is that how it works?
Yes, so you can put 4 AA batteries in, or you can use a small micro USB port that you have at home and just plug it in and then into your computer or a source like that.
Great.
And one of the other great things about the base is that it has 3 different settings. So you're seeing sparkling, flashing, morphing, so it can look completely different every time you play.
Okay, next question, big question.
Yeah.
Can I use those other building blocks with this set? In other words, will they connect?
Yes, they will, and they'll connect just traditionally as you would expect.
Great,
yeah.
That's a huge story, right? So this is a great way to add to it, to use it on its own. Again, if you take them off, it's interesting because the lights just fade, right? Once they're out, now the light's gone. So now it's just classic, absolute classic. You love, love, love. But then when you put them on, look at that. Sound effect not included, but there you see, and you see how fun they are. So now, coming back over here, again, clarify exactly what I'm physically going to be giving, or what that son, daughter, grandson, daughter, granddaughter is going to be receiving, Marcy.
Yeah, you're 128 pieces total. 80 of them are those traditional opaque blocks. 48 of them are the translucent, and you have those in 2 sides, and your base all ready to go. And it's completely, you can travel with this because it doesn't attach to anything with wires. You can just battery it up and take it everywhere you go. Rick, as it comes in contact with the base, yes, it illuminates, but even if it's really close next to it on the table, it still will gain the sparkle and illumination, which is really cool. So it's sending out this radius of play where you're really going to be able to play all the way around. And 3 of our builds that we have today, I built a puppy. There's a robot, I think, even on your table.
I just
Three of
made a
those
Christmas
are
tree.
on QVC.
I just made
So
a
the
Christmas tree.
tree.
And not only did I make a Christmas tree, look at what I did. Sparkling.
And it's
Yeah.
one set.
Yeah, David.
Just one set.
Yeah, somebody made a sparkling Christmas tree and somebody didn't. Just so we know.
Did you make that Christmas tree?
What?
Did you make that Christmas tree?
I can neither confirm or deny whether or not I had help. Maybe I had a little. Maybe some elves were backstage, helped me with this a little bit. But again, that play of light can be done in the last 2 minutes, just like that. I can go solid. I can go glowing. I can go sparkling. Fantastic. I love the fact that you can use it with those other kind of building blocks that so many people are obsessed with. It's great. It'll add on to it. How many of these are going to be opaque? How many are going to be lit up?
80 opaque.
That's fantastic. Where's this coming from?
80
Tell me
opaque.
about this brand, this Lumino brand, if you would.
Yeah, I sure would love to. It's from Verstex, and they brought us flash pads. So they created this for QVC. It's exclusive. You can't find this anywhere else. This is a set that is designed for free play, Rick. It's not a kit. You don't build one thing like you're going to see on the internet, one thing with illuminated. This is for free play, whether it's a puppy or a house, and then all those little people that are included in those, Eggo
Or a
type.
dragon that somebody made.
There you go.
America.
Yes. And you can see the puppy, you can see the robot right on QVC.com. You'll see a picture and instructions on how to get started. But really, this is about creativity. We know that. Little ones are going to just lose their mind over how magical that looks. Look at your Christmas tree.
Yeah. How about that?
Just
All right,
magic.
Father's Day payments of $7.18. We've never had this price before. First day that we've had this set at this price, so opportunity knocks. I think another great example of never shopped on QVC before. We try to bring you unique items, and this is something that you might get overwhelmed looking around online or at a toy store if you can find a toy store. So we don't bring you all the toys, just some of the coolest toys. Final thoughts from you, Marcy Cordetti, would you please? What'd you bring?
You know what? I think it's a super great starter kit for a child who's not come in contact with building blocks, but an amazing one if they have them already to extend their play. Just perfect.
Very good. Thank you for joining us. Always a pleasure, okay?
Hey, thanks for having me, Rick.
By the way, you want to go to QVC.com. You can find items recently seen on it.